Hello everyone. How is everyone doing today? Hope we are... Oh, wasn't sure if my sound was on just then. Hope everyone is doing good. Thank you for streaming into the podcast today. Hope you're all feeling settled, because I feel very energized, but my energy also feels kind of like all over the place when we have a full moon. And the full moon was in Scorpio as well, so energetically my energy is like alive but scattered. Well, we have some funnies today, some rather funny videos and funny stories, which is a nice change from the drama and the silliness. We're going to make fun of Camilla and ratchet royal reporters. Ratchet ghetto royal reporters. Lady, and is Bali now my new permanent residence? Not yet. Not yet. I hope to make it semi-permanent residence. I'm on an entrepreneurship visa, which is why I'm making attempting to make my candle line. So hopefully... I got my final, I should get my final samples tomorrow, and I will do I've been waiting until I get everything to do a proper final last update, and final last ask for help, anybody who wants to help. But I am hoping if my candle line does well, then Bali will be like a semi-permanent home. And then I will go from a D12 visa to company formation and Kitas, which is like a working and residence visa. So it all depends on how well my candle line does. But I'm almost there. It just all depends on whether or not retailers want to stock the candles, and of course whether or not I get investment. But I'm hoping to now. I am here enjoying the sun and working really, really hard. But yeah, I'll update you on all of the candle stuff. If not tomorrow, Monday. Lottie said, sorry, I don't mean to crunch while I'm talking, but I need to have a cough sweet so I don't cough. So please just bear with me with my crunching for just 2 minutes, so I don't start coughing throughout the podcast. Jane, you said, today I got you live and I have to go to a party. Catch up on the replay. Okay. See you later. Enjoy it. Okay, I'll finish munching my sweetie. Hopefully I won't be coughing all over the place. Yeah, let's get busy with some royalty. All right, first things first. Megan posted this really cute video of her with her chickens and one of the people who works at Comparte, which is the chocolate company that she's working with. And I think Lily was in the video as well. So let's just play it. If you don't follow Megan on Instagram, why aren't you following her on Instagram? Because that's where she posts all these things. So here's a cute video, if you haven't seen it already.
When the chocolate man comes to see the chickens. Compartes is here. And there's Phil and Jill.
Amazing.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Oh, there we go. Oh my God, you feel it pecking. Oh.
Adorable. Next thing, let's go to Camilla. Let's keep up the funnies. Now, Charles and Camilla are on this tour. I believe Camilla has actually now departed the tour. She's not come to Bermuda with him. She flew commercial, and they made a big deal out of her flying commercial and her going, through a public airport. I mean, I just kind of feel like it was just fuss for confused travelers who were inconvenienced for no reason. This is their attempt of seeming normal, I guess. For what? I don't know. In no world am I going to imagine that the lives of the King of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth realms and his side chick is a normal life. So please, with all this silly PR, oh, look at us flying commercial, like whatever. Just get on the darn private jet. Camilla also visited her cousins at a Virginia horse farm at her final stop. We all know how much she loves her cousins. But in what might be the most hilarious part of this entire pointless tour, the spirit of Diana decided to buzz around Camilla, and we got this funny moment. This moment right here makes this entire clown show 100% worth it. Do you remember? I think it was on the Kenya tour when Charles tripped on air. The ghost of Diana blowing wind. Tripping over Charles, and today she was buzzing around Camilla. Here you go. Here's a video. There's no sound. It was in the middle of when they were playing the national anthem, by the way, which made it even more funny. But there's no sound in this video. No, because seriously, let me play that again. She's like, this woman has been a side chick for decades, and she wasn't scared about being a whole side chick, but she's scared of a bee. Oh no, a bee! Oh no! Hilarious. Okay, so also while they were in Bermuda, there was an interesting video of Charles shaking hands, and he appeared to not shake the hand of a black person. And the thing is, if this was just a one-off, I don't know if people would be making such a big deal out of it, but some people feel that this is a pattern. I mean, you decide for yourself. I'm gonna play you the video, and then we will play other similar videos. So I hope this is the one of Charles in Bermuda. I'm so sorry, folks. My laptop is glitching quite a bit, so I can't really see it on my side. Give me one sec. Just give me one moment, because I can't really see the video myself. Because I'm not sure it's even played the right video. One sec. Oh yes, so let's play it again because the girl is like she's confused. She looks confused. There's a girl. So you can't really. It's a girl with like a black long sleeve, and she kind of looks confused as to why Charles does not grab her hand. Is that the video is a little bit fuzzy, I'm sorry, but he just walks past her and she's like, okay, why have you not grabbed my hand? Now I'm gonna play another video and watch this one. This one's only about 7 seconds long. But again, he walks past, young man has his hand out, and Charles doesn't shake his hand. And what's even more weird about that video is Charles doesn't really even make eye contact with this person. Let me play it again. If it will play. Is it gonna play? Oh dear, oh dear. And you let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay, I think it'll play now. And notice he doesn't make eye contact. He just walks straight past. And now I'm going to play another video. This is about 14 seconds long. Yeah, so in both videos, he goes straight past Okay, you should be able to hear me now. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you could even hear me. He goes straight past the people of color there. So I don't know. You tell me what you all think about it. I mean, these are 3 clips in total. This is meant to be the king of the Commonwealth realms in Bermuda. Is Bermuda a Commonwealth realm? Just very strange behavior. You tell me what you think. See what you're saying in the comment section. Sorry the videos were a bit weird there. It's just I have a awful delay on my back end, so I don't see it in real time and I can't tell when the video stops and starts, but I hope you just got the general gist there. Let's just go through your comments. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and hype button, please. Let the algorithm know we're here. Lavender, you said as a black person, why are you even waiting to see Cha? Listen, there are some people who are still royalists. What can we say? It's beyond obvious that Dirty Tampon doesn't like people of color. He only tolerates them for PR. This is why the monarchy and Western countries are going down. Too much ridiculous hatred. Ecobella. Yeah, lovely Shay. Why do people of color even try? Well, good question. We'd have to ask them. If any of them are in the chat, perhaps they'd like to come up and explain to us themselves. Come and explain, please. Come and explain why you subject yourself to such embarrassment. We'd all like to know. Sonia said you're listening while you're juicing. Oh, what are you juicing? You should go follow the finance baddie on Instagram and TikTok. She does really good juicing videos. And she has really good recipes. Yes, Lottie, Princess Diana would have never. She would have never. Yeah, they should be at home. They should be at home or at the beach. I don't know. All of these places like Bermuda and, you know, the little islands, some of the Polynesian islands, I think, are still very much. Oh, sounds like my neighbor literally broke their entire kitchen. You probably didn't hear that, but oh my god, that was a hell of a clankety clank clank clank. Yeah, I don't know with these little islands. Actually, to be honest, with places like Bermuda, I think there is still a very high sentiment of pro-monarchy love. But in places like Jamaica, Barbados, they're tired. And those countries, okay, if we're going by Western capitalist standards, I think because they're a lot more developed in that way, they're like, no, we're trying to move on. We don't want none of this. We're not even gaining anything from it. Hoping you're good too, Patricia Nixon. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so with the tour, yes, Camilla decided to bother everyone and get on a commercial flight. So Camilla walked through a public airport terminal this week. No red carpet or motorcade moment, just Camilla, her entourage, and a few confused travelers who probably thought this old woman was being extradited. Oh my god, Feminagra. I'm reading from Feminagra, by the way. Hilarious. She had just finished a 4-day US state visit with Charles, hosted by Trump and Melania. And Trump personally saw them off from Washington. But instead of joining Charles for the next leg of the royal tour in Bermuda, Camilla headed back to the UK alone. I mean, she's probably exhausted, having to stand around in different outfits. And she even went to meet her cousins. Charles, meanwhile, boarded the UK government's VIP Airbus and flew to Bermuda for his first official trip as a monarch to a British overseas territory. So since he's been king, this is his first overseas trip to a British territory? Wait, so how many overseas things have they done then? Did Kenya? I think they did Canada. Or what was it? Where did they go in Canada? Quebec. Yeah, honestly, I think royal overseas tours are over. Complete with a ceremonial welcome and a guard of honor and a 21-gun salute. All I hear when I hear things like that is taxpayer money. The Express wrote up Camilla's airport moment as stunning onlookers. Social media saw it differently. They saw a queen, God, I hate calling her that, looking remarkably ordinary, and they immediately pointed out the glaring double standard. Back in 2018, the Mail reported that Camilla would not accompany Charles on a 4-day tour around Australia. The reasons: aides admitted the tour would be too grueling and that the Duchess does not like flying. She flew to Brisbane for the Commonwealth Games opening, stayed 3 days and flew home. Charles continued alone to Vanuatu, Cranes Cove and Darwin, all requiring internal flights. Clarence House insisted there were no health issues. Camilla was as fit as a flea. She just does not like flying. Do you know what? This is what shows you there is absolutely no innovation within those palace walls. Because surely by now they would have realized that once the royals get older, you really can't have them doing these overseas tours. Especially in a lot of these countries, there's sweltering heat. I honestly just think they should have done away with the tours a while ago. And so therefore, just do away with the Commonwealth, to be honest. Because they're banking on the younger royals to be able to be fit as a fiddle enough. But the problem is that they're lazy as a sloth. And then you've got the children who likely will not take up these royal responsibilities. And even if they were going to, they're not going to be adults for a while. It's like they didn't envision what things would look like, even as the Queen was aging, because they're working her like a horse all the way to the end, how these royal tours would look like when Charles and Camilla got older. Hilarious. The press at the time treated it as a charming quirk. Duchess Camilla is afraid of flying. Somebody who flies private is afraid of flying. Another called it a well-known fear and said she should be applauded for going on a tour. Applauded for going on a holiday, basically. And getting to eat at a state banquet and wear designer clothes. Fast forward to 2026 and it's the same playbook. Camilla completes the big US visit. Then she bails before the smaller, less media-friendly Bermuda portion. And it's not lost on some folks that Bermuda is a predominantly black country. She chose to skip. So as Camilla goes home, commercial, the press once again shrugs. And Charles continues the tour, which ends today, focusing on celebrating the island's culture, environmental youth programs, and public service. Yep, he'll be getting the gun salute and engagements with Commonwealth athletes. Some are accusing Camilla of being lazy, and that might not be far off. It is very much accurate. But then again, if she was any other ordinary person, I mean, how old is Camilla? Isn't she past state pension age? She should be getting her pension. It could also be, as they're theorizing in Feminagra, that Charles likes the spotlight and he doesn't want anyone stealing it. Remember the 1983 Australia tour? The crowds were so enchanted by her that Charles became an afterthought. Listen, Charles doesn't have to worry about competing with Camilla for attention. He has to worry about getting attention, period. That's what he has to worry about. Getting attention as the king, period. Camilla is not going to steal a single speck of the spotlight. Who's looking at her? Please, they're looking away. So it could be perhaps that Camilla isn't lazy. She just stays home as Charles asks that she does. But it's absolutely delusional, first of all, to think that Camilla's stealing attention from anyone. And the focus should be, well, how do we even get attention when nobody wants to pay attention in the first place? My goodness, these people are delusional. So when Harry and Meghan pay for their own business class seats, it's a scandal. But when Camilla flies commercial, it's a charming quirk. Exactly. They can't even expand the hypocrisy. The royal plane flew one way, Camilla went the other way, and suddenly the media discovered that flying commercial was actually fine. Funny how that lesson only arrives when Meghan is not in the frame. The double standard is always there. Camilla's terminal stroll just made it impossible to ignore, and the next time a royal reporter mocks Harry and Meghan for flying commercial, someone should ask them where their outrage went when their queen did the same thing. Thank you so much, Julia Rock. Thank you for being here, and thank you for reminding everyone to hit that thumbs up button, please. All the hype really, really does help, folks. So please hit that hype button. You have to, if you go to the like where it should, I think the hype button. Can you hype during a live, or is it after the live? I'm not actually sure. Yes, Camilla came to US to walk around and take photos. Isn't that pretty much all old school royal tour is? Bermuda is very British compared to the other Caribbean islands. So I have to do more research into it. To be honest, I don't know a lot about Bermuda. But I'll take your word for it. Oh, so the hype button comes after the live. Okay. So if you're watching this on replay, it should be where the comments section is. I think you swipe to the left and then you get the hype section there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Camilla is not liked on a global stage. She's really not. Alrighty. That's enough of Camilla. I feel like I haven't talked that much about Camilla for a while. What was the other thing I wanted to cover? Yes. The Rota Rats. You know, they love to just change the narrative whenever it suits them. And this is another example. I also think it is disgusting that the Telegraph, or the Tory graph rather, is giving legitimacy to that Colin Campbell lady. Obviously, she didn't learn from getting her karma when she fell down the steps and broke her hip. And she was invited onto a panel, by the way. This lady makes up the most ridiculous lies. She was invited on a panel for the Telegraph. Now, I mean, I feel like if you read the Telegraph, you're a fool anyway. But it's generally considered the more posh version of the Daily Fail. I wouldn't actually say that the Colin Campbell's, her audience, is also the Telegraph's audience. I would say that for the Colin Campbell's, it's like the Daily Fail audience is her audience. So they're trying to introduce her to this audience. And of course, Camilla Tominey, forever the liar, on this panel. This is the pathetic place that British newsrooms are in right now. Meghans just having fun in her chicken coop. And these unglamorous, bitter selves are here in this one-sided battle with Meghan. I actually don't think, until the money well dries up, and it likely won't dry up for a while, I can actually... These people have been on this for a decade. They'll be on it for another 4 decades. I mean, you've got... How long has Rob Jobson been on the beat? How long has Dickie Arbiter been on the royal beat? For as long as it makes them money, they'll be on it. Truly pathetic. All right. Oh, I've just realized I don't think I actually loaded the audio. One sec, folks. But they had some pretty interesting takes that I wanted to critique. You know, for so long the narrative has been, and you're gonna hear them say it, you know, Harry and Meghan are gonna break up. The marriage won't even last a year. Now they've changed it. Now the narrative is something else. Oh, hang on a sec. Now the narrative is, well, they're gonna be together because they're codependent. And they're two narcissists together. That's the new narrative. Oh dear, do I? Do I actually have the audio? I should have the audio. Ah, the audio is here. For some reason, it just hasn't loaded. Okay. Give me a sec while I battle with this. Technology doesn't want us to be great, folks. Is this gonna work? Okay, I think this is gonna work. Yes, okay. While that is loading, I will go to your comments. Needs about a minute. Thank you so much, Legs. You said... Didn't she steal her husband's name after the divorce? Yes, indeed she did. Oh, hey, Miss September. Nice to see you. Legs, you said... thank you so much for the super chat, Legs. This woman has the nerve to talk about social climbing after she was only married to her husband for a month, yet she clinged onto his title. Exactly. Honestly, like the way these people go on is truly extraordinary, to be honest. It should be part of a psychological study. Because I don't understand anybody that can have such a one-sided battle with someone they don't know. Anyway, let's take a listen and then I will critique. I'm hoping the sound actually loads properly. It's been an absolute nightmare today.
We do need to reflect on that awful image of those two princes following that coffin back in 1997. And those were two boys, and particularly Harry, who didn't think he could save his mother. He feels responsible because of his mother's death. And then when Meghan came along, and if she does have narcissistic tendencies...
Okay, first and foremost, psychoanalyzing someone like in regards to the death of their parent is just highly unethical and disgusting.
Then one of those characteristics is to always be a victim. That really in Harry, she found the perfect empath because she found somebody who wants to save her. And in a way, regardless of what we think of the couple, that might be a very good symbiotic relationship between the pair of them. You know, people who sat in St. George's Chapel and said, I'll give it a year, have been proved wrong, haven't they? They're coming up to a decade married.
Well, I've always said that it's an absolutely perfect folie à deux, and anybody who has studied the subject will know that there's no certainty that they are ever going to separate, because, I mean, well, doubtless they will if she meets a billionaire.
I'm sorry, but people in these troll spaces have done nothing but say that Harry and Meghan are going to divorce. So I don't know why they're playing dumb now. They've been proven wrong. In fact, they can see where the real royal divorce is coming. Let's keep it real.
Hopefully with a title, but definitely with at least a 450-foot boat.
Yes.
But otherwise, they could be together they are in many ways perfectly matched. People seem to think that a perfect match is your virtues. A perfect match is often not your virtues, but your failings. And so I agree with you. I think that I've always said when people say, oh, we give it 5 years, depending on the situation, they might be together forever.
We do need to reflect on that awful image of those two.
So now they're saying that Harry and Meghan will be together forever. But they're trying to make it seem like, oh, it's because they're both mentally unstable people. That's the new narrative now that they've come up with. Truly pathetic. Truly pathetic. And I Colin Campbell over here with her fake name. Why is she talking about somebody else's marriage when hers was a failed one? You know, just a reminder that one of Megan's biggest OG trolls, Yankee Wally, just passed away. Her claim to fame and what she clinged on to in her last days was hating on Megan. And Camilla Tominey, oh, you can see she's a jealous one. You can see. Camilla Tominey's entire identity is her job at the Telegraph and her proximity to the royals. Outside of that, I don't think she's a very self-actualized person. I actually think she's a very sad person, as are most people on Fleet Street. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I will wrap things up. Trump state visit is over. We survived it. Gosh, what an absolute clown show. Spirit of Diana gave us something to laugh about. All right, let's wrap things up with your comments. Like you said, these people want a US audience but are xenophobic. They want Brown Britain so bad. Not all US citizens are ignorant and dumb as they want to portray. I'm sorry that their left behinds are pathetic. Karen, well, the tabloid reading portion of the British public have most definitely lost their critical thinking skills. Granted, if you're reading anything in the Rupert Murdoch, Jonathan Rothermere press, you probably never had critical thinking skills to begin with. You haven't had critical thinking skills for a while, or else you wouldn't be reading their tabloids. Lady Martinez, do people pay to go to whatever this is? It seems so. This seems like one of these proper conferences where people likely did pay. Yes, Kim Coates. Harry and Meghan are coming up to their 8th wedding anniversary. These crows are still croaking. Thank you to Cookies and Cream. Thank you, everyone, for always being here, always being supportive. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe button on your way out. And the hype button if you're watching on replay. Links in the bio if you want to donate to the channel, please. Always helps, but just appreciate you being here. All right, we'll catch up tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, maybe Monday, update on my candle line. All right, see y'all.